Welcome back. The ruling DMK in Tamil Nadu is facing grave allegations of trampling upon the Hindu faith after they decided to ban a centuries-old tradition in the Dharmapuri adhir mutt. Now the seer of that temple is making a big allegation against the state government. The pontiff has accused the ruling DMK of threatening them for asking to return of adhiram lands and temples and other commercial properties to carry forward religious duties. In fact, he also went on to say that the ruling party members, many of whom also hold adhiram's properties, are threatening them. And as the debate explodes, we are now joined by Dr.Subramaniam Swamy live on this broadcast to give his insights on that. Dr. Swamy, thank you so much for joining us and speaking 2 times now. What do you make of this absurd logic that has been given by the DMK government to ban this ritual? Is this not an attempt to trample Hindu faith?
Well, they can say anything they like. This was, as you're talking perhaps of the Madurai Adhinyam issue of being taken by carrying people carrying his palla or palanquin. Actually, the anti-Hindu sentiment is growing by leaps and bounds in Tamil Nadu. People seem to be more concerned in India over the so-called Hindu attacks on minorities, but nobody seems to be paying attention. And I'm sorry to say that the Hindus are also in Tamil Nadu not united, and they are not in a position to do except to appeal to the center to do something. But the fact is that something has to be done. This is going on systematically. Tirumavalan, who's now leading this kind of thing, he even blocked the road of the governor, violating section 124 of the Indian Penal Code, which the police there have not registered even for blocking the governor, where a specific provision is there. So there also he raised slogans that a Hindu governor go back and all that. But when he went to Karnataka to address a meeting on Dr. Ambedkar and made these remarks, he was shooed off the stage by all the Hindus in that area. So the passivity of the Hindus in Tamil Nadu is contributing to this kind of daredevil methods of attacking the Hindus, the Hindu temples, and a variety of other things. And I think there needs to be some kind of a comprehensive plan to see that such things don't happen. Either Stalin, the chief minister, cooperates with the center, or the center must do what Chandrasekhar's government did, namely dismiss the government and have president's rule for some time till the sense dawns on the people there.
But Dr. Swamy, what's worrying is that this is not an isolated incident. In fact, despite the rap from the Madras High Court in the Ayodhya Mandapam case as well, the DMK government does not seem to have learnt any lessons.
Why should the state, the courts be dragged into every single law and order issue? I think it's time for the people to stand up and say that we won't put up with it, and create a situation where the center has no alternative but to intervene. What are all these MPs who represent ADMK in Delhi in Parliament, what are they doing? What is Article 256 in the Constitution all about? I'm not talking about 356, which requires dismissal of the government. I'm talking of 256, where the central government and Mr. Amit Shah can himself send a letter to the chief minister to asking him an explanation. Why is this going on and why you are not doing it? From day one it's been happening. It started with that Padma Sheshadri school, for which I had to intervene. They all started appealing to me. I've done it in so many other cases, the temples being freed. I think now is the time for the center to come in, but the state must, the people of the state must rise in revolt and ask the center to do it, instead of appealing through the media or otherwise the state. The center is now already overloaded with a lot of issues, and I think it's time for all people in Tamil Nadu, including especially those who claim to be intellectuals or are coming on your channels. What are they doing? What are they doing for organizing? Just saying is not enough.
But Dr. Swamy, these are very serious allegations. It's not just a ban on the Hindu ritual. In fact, the Adhinam seer has also claimed Mandir land grab. He has also alleged threat by the DMK government.
Well, there's a land grab, there's a procedure under the law. What is the use of being threatened? Why are you there threatening him? This is a new one. I will say, in fact, much of the temples are being grabbed by the politicians of Tamil Nadu. They have built houses. I have gone into the whole thing when I got released through the Supreme Court, the Sabanayak Nataraj temple in Chidambaram town, which Mr. Karunanidhi had made it a prestige issue, but he lost to me in the Supreme Court. So that's okay. I mean, the law has been laid down. The law is very clear. Nobody can touch a temple, especially its religious practices. And yet the Tamil Nadu government is doing it. So I think Mr. Amit Shah should send a stiff letter to Mr. Stalin telling him that you are violating the constitutional principles. And if he disregards that letter, then the constitution says apply 356. So it has been done before when Chandrasekhar was Prime Minister and I was the Minister for Law. We dismissed the DMK government and then everything was quiet after that. People told me, no, at that time it was the LTT question. Now the LTT people are all coming in camouflage through Tirumavulan and others like that. So if the centre decides, it must first ask the central state government, what are you doing about it? And if they know what's good for them, they will then get into action. But they don't do it. And I've seen when the state is asked, I remember in that school, Padma Sheshadri school matter, when I raised it with the Chief Minister, he immediately issued a statement in the thing that we have no intention to take it over. And the matter ended there. So the same way, I think the centre should tell the Chief Minister, this is happening. Do you know it's happening? Please put a stop to it. If he doesn't, then of course we must go for 356.
Okay. Dr. Swamy, lastly, I want to ask you, are you really surprised by the silence of the secularists on this? Do you think that Hindu faith has become a soft target?
Yes, because the Hindus are all, someone else must do it. And at the maximum, the Hindu says, Ayyo, which is a famous Tamil Nadu cry for help. So I don't think that is going to work. Let the Hindus unite. If they don't have anybody, the people send me SMSs and tweets and so on, but they won't unite behind me. They want me to do it all by myself. How can I do? I mean, how long can this continue? There must be, in the freedom struggle also, this kind of thing used to happen. But when then people united at that time. Now it's a time for the Hindus to unite, if they're ready to unite. And one big meeting in a place like Marina Beach, whether it's still available for public meetings, I don't know, but a big garden, big massive meeting of Hindus, that will scare the daylights out of these people.
All right, Dr. Swamy, thank you so much for joining us on this broadcast with your